Mwah. Take 3. Hi, Leather Rokk here. Welcome to my channel. You know, I'm an idiot. I tried filming this and I had the sound muted, but I know you can hear me now. So, today is a special video. I keep on looking because I'm afraid Tabby Boy is going to want to be let out. I have a special Decium haul to show you. Really great skincare that I decided to take advantage of the last of that 23% off annual sale. And I got what I hope is a year's worth of quality skincare because you gotta invest in your face. Check out what I'm going to show you. All right, now I'm going to make this easier for you by referencing what I first got with what I have in other of these boxes here, because you'll find out that I have a system for keeping track of the freshness of my things and also what happens when you have to do substitutions, because things do sell out. So when I did my earlier video about this, I mentioned certain of the things that I got, such as the retinoids and the oils and the acids and things. Now, I definitely got some more retinol because I wanted to have a good supply. When I went to get more of the vitamin C, this was the vitamin C suspension 30% in silicone. When I went to make my second order, they were sold out, and I was really bummed because I don't have a lot of experience with really good vitamin C, and I wanted to give it a real try. So they have a number of vitamin C formulations on their website, and I got the next best thing, which seems to be their magnesium ascorbyl phosphate 10%. It says it is a brightening hydrator with stabilized vitamin C derivative. And it is in a similar tube like this. It is not in a watery solution. As a matter of fact, it's anhydrous. It is hard to explain exactly what it is, but anyway, the fact that it's not exposed to water or sunlight means it has a much longer shelf life. And I have these 3 tubes. Do I think it's going to last me the year? No, I don't. But you do want to take advantage of these once a year sales. You got to think of skincare as an investment in yourself, just like your health, your outer appearance. For some of us, our faces are our livelihood, so it is a very good investment. Now, when I got the retinol that I got, there are like 3 or 4 different formulations that the Ordinary sells. I better open up my door so the cat doesn't go out. All right, Tabby Boy, you want to go? Go. If I don't let him out, he might do something he's not supposed to. When you get your retinol, I actually got the retinol 1% in squalane, which is the strongest formulation they make. It is also the formulation most likely to give some irritation, and the reason why I specifically chose that is because I've tried all their other formulations and I never felt so much as a tingle, and I would like to think at this point my skin is strong enough that I can handle stronger things. So I think I have 4 bottles of this retinol. Now, one of the things I do to keep track of my fresh stock and what I actually have open, the things that I have open, I take a highlighter and I color the top of the lid. I use a yellow highlighter, and everything that I have open, I always save my packaging. I color the top of what's open so I can tell right away what I'm working on. And I also keep one separate box that has the skincare that I'm working on, and I have another box that I have the other things, so that I'm only opening I'm not opening things that shouldn't be opened, and I keep things fresher longer. Now, remember when I told you that I was using straight white vinegar as my acid exfoliant? Well, I still use that, and it is obviously a really cost-effective thing to do. I just decanted that white vinegar in one of my empty ordinary glass jar eyedropper things. Well, I went and they have this glycolic acid 7% toning solution. They say it has a pH of 3.6, and it says with 7% glycolic acid, amino acids, aloe vera, ginseng, and Tasmanian pepperberry. It says use ideally in a PM, no more frequently than once per day. So I'm using this on days when I choose not to use the vinegar. And I probably should have gotten more than one bottle, but I got this. Do I think it's going to last a year? No. But I figure if when I don't use this, I use the vinegar, I'm expecting a similar effect. So one of the things that I'm really happy I was able to get some more of, let me show you bottle. It is called argireline. If you remember Victoria Principal, she eventually married a plastic surgeon, and then she got her own skincare line, and she called it Principal Secret. She is the person who popularized argireline. I have not seen it since. I never experimented it with before, but when I found out that The Ordinary put it out, and they have an argireline solution 10%, and it says it targets the appearance of dynamic facial lines. So if you got lines and wrinkles, this is what you want. And this is very watery, so these are the kind of things that you put on earlier in your regimen. So after I put an acid like the vinegar or that toning solution, I start with this, and it says to put this directly on your wrinkles. It's around here. These are the nasolabial folds, of course, little lines here, this little thing here. This sinks in right away. I hope what I have will last me the year, because I made the order. I actually made 3 orders this sale. The first order I only got 1. The second order I thought they didn't have any at all, so I didn't try. The third time I got some more, because so many things sell out. So you really have to, I think, when you find out that something works for you, get multiples, because when they sell out, I don't know when they're going to get things back in. And if you're trying to take advantage of a sale, like I said, the sale that they just had now, it's not going to have it for a year. So I hope you took advantage of it. And I noticed also when they're having sales, if you go to an outlet, another makeup, like a brick and mortar, like an Ulta, or I don't know if they're sold in Sephora. They are sold in Ulta now. If they're having a sale at the site itself, you're not going to get that sale when you buy it at Ulta. The sales are only when you buy it at the Decium website. So I got one of the things I got in this order. I got some more of their foundations. Now they had amount limits to catch this sale. You can only get 2 of the same color and formulation on foundation. You can only get 5 of everything else on the sale. So I got 2 of the coverage foundation in the 1.0 NS, which is the absolute palest color they offer. The N is neutral, and the S stands for silver highlights. So I got 2 with the silver highlights. I got 2 that are just the 1.0 N, which is pretty much the same thing. You really can't tell them apart. And I got 1 of their serum foundation in the NS. I wish I'd gotten the 2 that I could have gotten. It, for only being a so-called light coverage foundation, I am very happy with it. I guess if you have good skin because you've been doing good skincare, you can get away with having a sheer foundation sometimes. It's good to have options. We all have days when our skin is kind of crappy, and other days when we want to show off by not wearing a whole lot of makeup on it. But so options are good. But I am very happy with my experience with these foundations so far. Now, I don't use a primer underneath them. I just use all the skincare that I'm wearing, plus, if it's daytime, the SPF. And I, so far, have not needed or really tried primers. I don't have really a lot of good experience with primers. From my experience, they tend to just be an extra layer, which, if anything, seems to encourage the makeup to gather in and accentuate your lines and wrinkles, and it makes you look 10 years older than you need to. So I don't know, maybe because I haven't found the right primer, but usually to take a chance in a primer, you're spending between 5 and 20 something dollars. And for something that you can't even see that is of dubious value, I just don't see it. Sometimes I think that the makeup industry finds things to sell us just because they think that we're gullible. And here, take my 20, here, take my 40. It's ridiculous. And, I don't believe in spending any more than you absolutely have to, which is another reason why I love The Ordinary. Any of you guys that have not tried The Ordinary, you are missing out. So, some other things that I got that weren't what I got in the previous. Oh, I got some more of the AHA 30%, BHA 2% peeling solution. That stuff that is red and makes you look like you're dripping blood on yourself. I really like this, even though I still wouldn't recommend putting it on the way I do. It says you're only supposed to leave it on 10 minutes, and I usually leave it on at least an hour. I've even slept in it some nights, and it has not hurt my skin. But again, don't do what I'm doing just because, watch. You gotta, when you watch us YouTubers, you really need to watch with discernment. Don't just blindly copy people just because they're doing something, they're getting away with it. Maybe we know our bodies, we know our skins. What I'm doing, I'm not going to experiment on myself if I have to look absolutely perfect for a public event or something. There are times when you experiment when you know that if you screw up, you don't have to worry about people seeing you and thinking, what the hell happened to you? Be real careful when you do things, and just don't blindly follow and imitate what you see other people doing. I will tell you, I will be as honest as it's safe to do so, and I will tell you, look, I did this and this is what happened, or I screwed my face up, look at this, don't make my mistake. But really do think of your own skin and your own unique body, and your probably your skin certainly better than I do. So just be careful about imitating what YouTubers do, because only you know what your skin is good for, can handle. One of the things that I have been interested in doing is experimenting with different kinds of oils. I have oily skin, but still some oils are better than others, and there are times when skin is different. Usually in the wintertime, even oily skins can dry out a little bit, and certainly around the eye area, it's good to moisten that area. Around our eyes, we do not have oil glands, so you really do want to be very delicate with that area. And my first order this year with The Ordinary, I got, what is it? Oh my God. Oh, I can't find it. See, I was supposed to have everything separated and I didn't do it. And shame on me. This is called not being prepared. Oh, okay. You see, I was supposed to have everything colored with that yellow in it, and I must have screwed up on the coloring. So, anyway, one of the oils I got was the rosehip seed oil. I only got one container of that, and this also is shipped in the dark bottle to keep sunlight out. I got one bottle of this. Some YouTubers have described rosehip seed oil as Botox in oil, or like a light form of Retinol in oil. I think that's an exaggeration, but still, if this oil has anything like those abilities, I would definitely have it in my skincare arsenal. So I have one bottle of that, and another oil that I decided to take my chance on is 100% organic cold pressed borage seed oil. I thought it would be cool to experiment with. I think I got it for $3 and some odd cents too at that sale. And it just says supports healthy skin. So I will experiment on myself, and I will tell you how one oil feels different than another. Now, another oil that I've been using also sometimes is the last step in my routine is I've been using this Spa Naturals Vitamin E Beauty Oil. just to use it up. I also sometimes use it to remove my eye makeup. But remember, you never use oil until the very, very, very last step in your skincare routine before your SPF. So I'm jumping ahead of myself. After I put a vitamin C of some kind, then is when I put my retinoid. And so I'm using the retinol 1% in squalane. And squalane does feel rather oily, so I put that on. Then, when that is on, then I might put a tiny little bit of an oil and just press that on. And I would use that instead of a heavy night cream or something. So now one thing I do in the morning, a lot of times I'm filming YouTube videos 4 or 5 in the morning. So, and say I wake up and last thing I want to do is wash this skincare that may only be a few hours old. So what I will do is instead of washing everything off, I will just take a wet washcloth. I'll clean around my eyes because you know how you wake up with that sandy, gritty stuff in your eyes. When my eyes are clean out, then I just go ahead and put sunblock on my face and then start my makeup and everything. Because, so sometimes what I would do every 12 hours skincare, it's just impossible to do that unless you go to bed early and you get up early. If you don't work those kind of normal hours, then I would just put SPF on as soon as you get up and do your skincare that way. That's what I do. Let me look through this to see if there's anything else I wanted to show you. I am really happy with my purchases. Oh, there's something else that I got. I got the lactic acid 10% plus hyaluronic acid, and it bills itself as a high-strength lactic acid superficial peeling formation. But this is something that you don't have to limit yourself to a couple of times a week. It says apply once per day, ideally in the PM. As you can see, this is not in photophobia packaging. In other words, it doesn't have dark glass. So I probably should have gotten more than one container of that. Now, the one other thing that I only got one bottle of, and I'm sorry I didn't get more, was Matrixyl 10% plus hyaluronic acid. It bills itself as a high-strength peptide formulation. And it says it visibly targets fine lines and wrinkles. Why didn't I get more of this? You know why I didn't get more of this? Because it's the most expensive of all the things that I ordered here. And if it wasn't on sale, I think it would be like $13 a bottle, which that's kind of veering to my discomfort zone, especially considering that I'm ordering so many things. So, but the reason why I got this Matrixyl is because I watched some other YouTubers and they recommended it and they seem to know more than I do. So I'm willing to learn from what's working for other people who have some things that I want to address also. So yeah, should have gotten more of this. What order I fit it into my routine, I'll have to figure out. When I do figure out, I will let you know. All right. Oh, before I close this, do you notice something different? I rearranged some furniture around here so that my set would look better. I hated how this looked cluttery and messy. And what was actually on there was a wire bookcase, some shelves that actually fold. So I decided to move that to here so that I would have as close to a blank wall as possible so that it looks like a more of a professional set. All right. Oh, you know who you haven't seen yet, my Cassie girl. Oh, yes, you haven't seen my little baby. She's so good. It's my baby girl. Alrighty, I hope I haven't forgotten to show you anything. Do one more check. Yeah, I am so happy that I got this stuff. If it makes a difference, only time will tell. But the foundation that I'm wearing, by the way, is not what I got. But I will show you the foundation that I'm wearing right now. I'm still working on my L'Oreal True Match, the lightest color they make, which is W1 Porcelain. That's what I'm wearing now. So, and if you're curious about my eyeshadow, this is actually a jelly color. This is just one color, and it's by a brand called ColourPop, and the color is called Strawberry Jelly. Have you ever seen eyeshadow like that? Cool, huh? The only thing is I wouldn't recommend wearing it with an eyeliner because the eyeliner will just smudge all over it. Anyway, according to the fashion magazines, the hottest trend now is wearing bright colors as pastels and not even wearing mascara or eyeliner with them. So if any of you guys think that some of my future makeup tutorials will seem unfinished because they don't have the winged liner, that's why. You'll have a look and it's finished, and then you have eyeliner on, and then 10 minutes later it comes off here, or it doesn't happen until you're already out the door and you're almost at your destination, and you look in the mirror and you see black smudges here and black smudges there, and that just bites. All right, if you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you like me and my content, I'd love to have you subscribe. I should be putting out 3 videos a week if everything goes well, and I would love to have you along on my adventures. Until then, I will talk to you soon. Bye.